don't listen to your parents. Okay, no, seriously. Obviously, you should listen to your parents. But what I mean in this video is that most parents give advice based on a world that doesn't even exist anymore. Like I'm saying, they're outdated. You might think that's like corny or funny or I'm joking, but I'm not really joking. I'm only 18 and I realize a lot of parents nowadays like don't even, especially grandparents, don't even understand the world digitally, like technology based. Like they just don't get it. I wish they did, but a lot of them don't. If you do have parents that understand like you can make money online or get remote jobs and you can do things within your own house that's could be even more successful than working a 9 to 5 right down the road from your house. Just to be clear, I am not good at talking or explaining things. I'm literally doing this to practice my communication skills. So if I get boring or start yapping or getting sidetracked, I'm sorry. Just trying to make videos, trying to be interesting. I know I'm not, but you gotta practice, you gotta get better somehow. I know a lot of parents always like prioritize like your stability and not actually like how you feel. Like they think taking a risk is the end of the world. Like a lot of parents will not believe you just because when they were a kid, either their parents didn't believe them, or at the time that was a way harder thing to do, or just they literally just don't see it. Like they don't see how like the world is now. They only see it from when they were a kid. If you are trying to do something that's technology based, like for example, be like some kind of YouTuber or streamer like me, and if you're having trouble trying to tell your parents that that's something you want to do or you're currently doing, I suggest that you, because okay, everyone knows what YouTube is. They might not believe you. A lot of parents should believe you, a lot of parents don't. We don't live in a damn perfect world. I don't know your damn parents. But if you're trying to be a YouTuber, I suggest talking with them and telling them about all these. Just like go on the home feed and show them, bro. Like it is possible. Like YouTube is not hard, but it's not easy. I wouldn't say it's necessarily simple either, but I do think anyone can be a YouTuber. My last video I made was talking about how I think anyone can be a YouTuber. As long as you're like authentic and you're being yourself and you have a good mindset, I believe anyone can be one. Let me know down in the comments if you have similar dreams or similar hobby as me, making YouTube videos or want to make YouTube videos. And if you can relate, also comment how you're going with that right now. A lot of parents would say trying YouTube or streaming or like a business is like lazy or irresponsible, but it's just really unfamiliar to them. They don't understand like that you can get make money either like streaming, especially if you're playing video games. Like I've heard so many parents say like playing video games won't get you anywhere or won't make you any money. And I will say like I don't think everyone can make money playing video games. I just do think it's really difficult. Like that's very popular. The more popular it is, the more harder it is to be successful playing video games. And if you're thinking about it outside of YouTube, like the only way to make video games is to be really fucking good at them, like esports pro level. And obviously that's difficult. That's to me that's more difficult than being a YouTuber. I will say you shouldn't take what your parents say 100%, especially if it's something you really want to do or really want to start. Like, obviously, your parents want you to be safe and they want you to be stable, like I said before. They don't want you to do anything crazy or take any bad risks. But if you want to do anything that has anything to do with like making a lot of money or following your dreams or doing something big, it could be like starting a business, being a YouTuber, a successful streamer, a content creator, or it could be like being an athlete, or even just like the normal jobs like being a doctor or a lawyer. Like you might have to take risk and you might have to sacrifice some things, and parents are gonna think that's too risky or you shouldn't do that and just go with the safer route. You shouldn't let your parents necessarily control you. I know it sounds like I'm saying like you should just ignore your parents. That is not what I'm saying. I just mean the parents are you're born with parents, bro. Like you're gonna listen to them. Like you are gonna believe everything your parents believe. You're gonna think how your parents think. You're gonna do what your parents do. The only reason why I'm saying that is because like you don't have to just do everything they say, especially when you get older and you actually have aspirations and dreams. Also, in whatever you decide to do, it's all within you. Like your parents aren't gonna Like, if you fail, you live with it. If you succeed, you live with that too. Not your parents. Like, you're gonna be the one to pay the consequences. So there is no reason for you to back out or have second thoughts about something just because your parents say so. Another thing I want to talk about is outgrowing your parents. If you're gonna be more successful than your parents, I'm not saying it's a competition. Like, you should want to help your family, make them proud. Especially if you're from a place where your parents may not be as successful or as better off. It's gonna be uncomfortable and hard to outgrow your parents. And I feel like that's gonna make your parents even want you to make it like play safer even more, especially if you don't have a lot of money and it's harder to do simple things that a lot of people can do. The whole point of life is to explore and do things you love and meet new people and have new experiences. You shouldn't quit or stop doing something or do something less just because your parents think you should do something else. Also, if you are gonna do something more technology based or like what I want to do, being a YouTuber slash streamer, they train you for school, not necessarily for life. Because as soon as you're out of school, you're an adult and you're on your own. Not necessarily like 100% on your own, but far more responsibilities. And you gotta actually be holding yourself accountable for more things than when you're just a kid. I will probably make another video about this, but I absolutely like hate school. Like, everything about it is miserable. School system's terrible, and AI also fucks it up too. So everything to do with school, I totally disagree with. I also like don't really agree or think college is a good option either. But that's my own opinion, and that's not what this video is about. I'm just saying you don't, if your parents are like forcing you to go to college, you don't have to. College isn't required. I might regret saying this, but graduating high school isn't required either. Look, if you think your parents aren't gonna support or like what you're doing, silence could be a good move. You don't have to explain everything that you want to do or you're doing to your parents, and oversharing isn't the best. It only makes and invites control. And they won't see the vision until it works. Like, especially if it's something big or really hard to do, it's gonna take time. Everything takes time, everything takes effort. And you don't have to tell everyone your path or your goals or your plans. As long as you keep them to yourself, you can literally keep them to yourself. You don't have to tell if you have a girlfriend. You can have a whole damn wife. Like, you don't have to tell your plans to no one. I want you to think about this. Your parents are always gonna treat you like a kid. And you can never necessarily like be right over your parents. Your parents will always have like quote unquote like control over you or authority over you. So at some point you gotta just like understand that like you are an adult, you're gonna be an adult, and you have to trust your own judgments, and everything is gonna change. Like, even if you're not legally an adult, you're gonna eventually be one. So it's better to start acting or thinking like one than to hide necessarily. Like, you don't have to stay silent about everything. I mean, like I said, well, it all depends on your parents, to be honest. Also, I don't think I need to say this, but this pisses me off so much. You do not need to treat your elders with respect. People say everyone deserves respect, or you have to earn respect, blah, blah, blah. I think you should treat everyone respectfully unless they break your trust or they disrespect you or, they're being hurtful in some way. Like, I don't think I need to say that, but your parents will nag on you saying how you need to respect people that are older than you. And I don't necessarily disagree with that. I just think you should respect everyone unless they're disrespectful to you. If they're disrespecting you, then there's no reason to respect them. And if you're a child and they're older than you or they're living with you, or if that's like your little parents, then that's something you have to fight through. I know there's a lot of kids with terrible parents, dude, and especially when you want them to just support your dreams and they just don't see it. Like, they don't see the vision and you don't think they ever will. Parents literally just want guarantees, dude, pretty much that don't exist anymore. Like, degrees used to be guarantees. There's a bigger chance nowadays that you can't get a job with a lot of degrees, and careers used to be linear and everything's now probabilistic. Like, there's not Like, there's no certainties with the things that your parents want you to do in terms of like school and stuff. So it's better to like go out on one thing that you love to do and put your all into one thing than to like separate something your parents want you to do plus like a fucking hobby your parents want you to do plus a thing you actually want to do. Simply saying you don't have to listen to your parents when it comes to your career path. These aren't my words, but I think this is a pretty good way of how a lot of parents think. Parents often warn you away from who you are. Creative kids get told to be realistic, sensitive kids get told to toughen up, curious kids get told to focus. Your traits are clues, not flaws. A lot of parents mistake obedience for maturity. I think like real maturity is self-authorship, taking responsibility for your outcomes, and it's not being controlled. And it's also like choosing and owning the result of what you decide to do. I know what I'm saying sounds like you should ignore your parents. Not saying that at all. Point of the video is to help you believe in yourself even when your parents don't. Especially, like I said in the beginning, when they're outdated. They don't know how the world's different. They're only focused on what they're doing and only what they care about. They only want you to choose the safe options or the safe career path. That's not even guaranteed. Like, would you rather do a path that you're not going to be happy with and that's not even guaranteed? Or would you rather put your 100% effort into a strong career path that you're so passionate in, like so passionate that even if you fail over and over again, you're willing to keep trying and not stop? Parents should be able to motivate you and help you and discipline you for the things that you actually want to do, not for things they think is good for their time, because that's how they're thinking about it. Let me know down in the comments if you have any thoughts or opinions about anything that I said. Please let me know. I'm down to chat with anyone in the comments. If you have a dream, if you have a passion with anything to do with like technology or online based like what I'm trying to do, please share. I am willing to listen and chat to anyone in the comments. And yeah, most people don't ruin their lives by failing. They ruin them by never choosing. Peace out.